Well, I'm out here trying to do some stealth camping. I just collected some water in a couple Sawyer bags. And it looks like I'm a lot closer to civilization than I think, because you probably can't see them through the trees, but there's two people through the trees right there across the river from me. Trying to get back, I just had to cross a swamp. I'm trying to get back without being noticed. Looks like they're definitely gonna pop a squat right there. I haven't been back here in a long time, so it looks like they built a new path straight down to the river. I'm just gonna try to slowly make my way through here. I can hear them talk. I'm not sure if they know I'm here yet, so I'll just be quiet. And it's wide open they can see me right through this little trail here. I have to cross over this way. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I might have to wait till the people go. So I might have to wait until get more fresh water in a different location. Looks like they're walking back up the stairs. It's Christmas Day, so I expect as a little kid, probably just a family walking. So I'll walk this way. It's supposed to be about 50 degrees today, which is kind of crazy. I don't remember any day, any Christmas day that's been this warm before. All this through here is semi-frozen. So I have to be very careful while crossing. Back here's not so bad. I just made it across. There's no real flowing water up through here, so I have to get at least a gallon. Only got about 24 ounces right now. We'll figure it out. I was almost gonna pitch a tent here, but see if there are people right over there. I couldn't have a fire or anything. This is right in between a major park and a hospital. And it's about the only place that hasn't been built up around here. You can see through zoom in a little bit for you. There's a building right over here. I think that's a hospital administration building. I didn't bring an axe, but I brought a saw. I didn't want to be chopping things, making a shitload of noise. And I have been walking through here for a while. It appears that this area up and through here has been used heavily by, I don't know, homeless people, squatters. Walking all through here, I'll take the time out once I get things situated to, there's a tent over here in the grass. It's been knocked down for a while. But I did find a spot that someone built up a natural shelter. How to get there now. I can only imagine what this place is like in the, yeah, I'm over there. And they brought a bright orange chair to sit in. There's signs of people being here all over the place. There's carpeting right there, a rug. Tarp under the leaves. And all my stuff is over here. I don't know this area very well anymore because it's been growing up for so many years. There used to be really defined pathways to go through places. Now I can't find anything. You can see here, this is a natural shelter somebody built. It's even a blue ground mat. Mountain Dew bottles are mine. You drink the Mountain Dew and use the bottles as a place to put the filtered water. There's even a convenient no trespassing sign with a pumpkin. Brought some food, backpack. Kind of overpacked for this trip, but I wasn't sure how cold it was gonna get. And I'm a fair bit away from where I am. I need to be when I get out of here tomorrow. And I figured this is far enough back. I could set my tent up, clear them leaves away. As long as I'm not blocking my entrance in and out, but I got a small, excuse me, one person Big Agnes Fly Creek UV1. So it's extremely small. But I think what I'm going to do first is focus on getting water so I won't have to get it through the night and through the morning. I have water for coffee, and I brought some dehydrated meals. This should only be a one-night trip. Depending on how it goes, it may extend it to 2 nights. But yeah, it's a bit sketch out here, and you don't get the best vibes. There's another building. You probably see it through the trees. Lay this water down. Another building right over here. There's a main road. There's a main road and a set of railroad tracks just to my north, about 100, actually you can see them from right here, maybe 50 yards from here. Probably see them through the trees. I don't really have to worry too much about conserving battery life. I've got tons of battery backup. And actually I can see traffic just to my north, car traffic. But I think for now, I'm going to try to get some more water. These Sawyer bags here, they claim to hold 32 ounces, but I think what I'm gonna have to do is pour some, get a third. I think I brought 4 bags. Probably have to fill up 2 at a time. You know, fill one as much as possible and top it off with another bag till I get a good amount of water up here, because I don't want to be trudging back every couple hours down that way, especially after dark. I've got about 5 or 6 hours of light left. Yeah, but someone's definitely been here. Plenty of debris for me to burn later on. I have to collect some firewood too. I don't have a tripod. I don't have any real way to stabilize my camera. We'll figure something out though. And I know that the light back here isn't the greatest, so I'll have to adjust for that as well. But, you know, give me a little bit and I'll be back with you. Some fresh, well, probably filter some water and make some coffee or make a bite to eat. Get a little bit hungry, so be back shortly. I just made it back down to the river. Appears that there's some people over with their dog. I just now saw them, so I'll try to keep a low profile for a minute. Beautiful down here. So I think once I collect another 30 ounces of water or so, I'm going to head back up to camp and call it good for a minute and make some coffee or something. Alright, I just got back from getting water. This is the first time I've used this Sawyer mini water filter. And gotta purge it first. Not sure you can see that, but it comes out kind of cloudy at first. And now what I'm gonna do is come over here and fill up my, got an MSR Pocket Rocket 2 stove. I'll show you that. Pocket Rocket 2, standard MSR fuel. And I'm going to be boiling this water too, so what I'm going to do is I'm filtering it first and I'm boiling it just to kind of be safe. This area hasn't been known for the highest of water quality. And I guess Turn it upside down some. You can hang these bags from a tree, and they will definitely filter better. You don't have to sit around and watch it drain. The Pocket Rocket 2 is pretty stable. I'm gonna have I'll show you what I'm eating here in a minute. It's gonna be a Mountain House lunch. Indicator inside of the container, you can't really see it, but half a liter of water. Put the cap on it. Now, I was expecting colder weather. And with the Sawyer squeeze system, the Mini is extremely nice just for the fact that you're able to put it in a plastic bag and keep it on your person in your sleeping bag to keep it from freezing, which is actually really, really nice. My other larger MSRs, you're kind of stuck, you know, putting them in your tent, hoping for the best. Today we'll be having, it's a Mountain House style, freeze-dried Mexican style rice and chicken. I'm gonna give that a go. Just tore off the top. That certainly isn't me right now. Extremely quiet out this way. You can see traffic, but you just can't hear it all that great, which is good. The sun it's about 12:30, 12:45, something like that right now. Took about a half hour to get water and come back. What we're gonna do is light the stove up. Try to keep it in frame. I am filming with an iPhone 10, and it's not the absolute greatest when it comes to knowing what the hell you're filming. These things are notorious for being super fucking loud, so try to be as quiet as possible. I brought the Mountain Dew, not just for a sugar kick, it's because I can keep water in the empty bottles when I'm done with them. Now that should take about 2 minutes or so to boil. We'll sit down for a minute. Oh, I've got a Helinox Mini chair, extremely compact. I say it's not meant for adults, but it fits me pretty well. I'm not huge, so. 2 containers full this time, just to make sure it has enough. System of fuel for one pound container of fuel. Probably a half of fuel. Put the whole stove, including the pots and pans, pots, cup, and fingers on a flame. Comes with a lid. With this cup here, which has more stuff. Drinking cup of coffee, soup in it. I'll probably put some ramen in later on tonight, or I may just use my frying pan to rush it up. Come with this nifty little grabber here. Actually clamp onto this. You can move it around so you're not worried about burning your fingers. I think I'll leave it boiling for probably a minute or so just to make sure there's no germs, bacteria, crap in it. Well, that's a neat thing too. You can also, on the lid here, there's a little shape tool here. You can actually use this to pick it up by two. Move it around. It's pretty nice. Blowing up. Turn this water down a little bit. Brought it to a boil a bit in under 3 minutes or so. I'll let that boil for another minute or so just to make sure. I do need to get my spoon out. Probably should have done that earlier. The spoon we're using today, if I can find it. Actually, one of my side bags here. I got a couple of non-traditional bags here. Is a what the hell is that? Peak Designs Everyday Backpacking. It's only 30 liters. I've got an Arc'teryx outside pack cover on it, and on the inside I've got an Osprey cover, so it's 2 covers total. Just to be extra safe, I can use one. I can use the Arc'teryx pack or the Arc'teryx outside to kneel on if I need to. Maybe if I when I set my tent up, I'll be able to use that as a kind of a ground cover for my vestibule. Here we've got a titanium light my fire spork, spoon on one side, fork on the other, as you can tell. Extremely light, probably weighs less than an ounce. Extremely strong too. It's extremely thin. Get that in focus for you. That's pretty amazing. Kind of see. There it is. You can see the serrations in the fork there. You can actually use this as a makeshift knife too. I don't have a lot of bushcraft gear out here today. I didn't really want to make that big of a ruckus, but we've got all the essentials, then some. Alright, so that's been boiling for quite a while. Okay, I'm going to turn off that off. We'll go back and grab this little doodad, little plier system. It's something we gotta also, I've got to season this pan up too before I use it tonight. It's a brand new stainless steel MSR pan, frying pan. Got some hamburger. I'm gonna fry it up in there. I'm gonna try to put all this food items up in a tree somewhere. Try to hang it because there's a lot of raccoons out here I don't want to be messing around with. So I'm gonna put you down for a minute, and I'll maybe I can do this with one hand. Don't forget to remove the desiccant pack. It probably wouldn't taste too good. I got a garbage bag out here that I'm just throwing random stuff into. I will make sure, even though this place isn't the cleanest place in the world, I'll make sure I'll leave it the way I found it. What do I do with that spoon now? There it is. Now it says for me to mix it up real good. Let it zip up the bag, and then in about 4 minutes mix it up again, and then let it sit for about 9 minutes. So it's not gonna be ready for a good 20 minutes at least. A little watery right now, but hopefully when things start to rehydrate, it'll get thicker. So I'm gonna get back with you in a couple minutes and show you how it turned out. I'll be back in a minute. Well, it's been about 4 minutes right now. What I'm gonna do now is stir it up. And it's already thickened up quite a bit. And it smells really, really good. Nice and spicy. Okay, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll close it up and let it sit. And there we have it. We got Mexican style chicken and rice. Spicy with olives. I'm gonna give that a whirl for a little bit, heat that up, and then I think I'm gonna start seasoning up this pan for later on. So I will catch you in a few. It is nice and thick. This is pretty good, but I decided I could use some cheese. I'm gonna save this for later, but just some of your run-of-the-mill processed Kraft sharp cheddar cheese. About halfway done with it. I should be back in a couple minutes to start seasoning up a pan. Well, that was pretty good. That was the Mountain House freeze-dried Mexican-style rice and chicken with tomato peppers and olives. Good to the last, pretty much the drop. I think this could have been really improved with tortillas. That's one thing I didn't bring out here. I thought about it, but I did bring in a couple extra freeze-dried meals that I may or may not eat. It's only a one-day trip, but I brought an awful lot of food. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean up a little bit, throw this stuff in my garbage bag, and I'm going to start to season up a frying pan here in about 5 minutes. We'll see you then. And what we have here is a brand new MSR stainless steel frying pan. Handle comes off. I was trying to get, there's actually some cleaner in there. I was trying to get the some adhesive at the bottom, but I'm going to heat it up and try to scrub it out with a couple of paper towels. Actually, anyone that knows me might get a kick out of this, but I've got the old Starbucks economy pack of napkins I took from there from yesterday. So I'll try to get that adhesive out of there first, and then we'll start to season it up. Now what I got here, it sounds like some dogs over there barking at something. I don't have any extremely high flash point oil. If I was thinking, I probably would have got a block of lard or something for this, just for this purpose. But I'm going to be seasoning it up with some extra virgin olive oil. So what we do is turn on this. And just get it warm to kind of melt that crap away at first. Here's my stash of napkins. No need to buy paper towel when you're at Starbucks so often as I am. It's already starting to smoke a little bit, so take that off. I'm gonna actually shut you guys down for a minute, so I have two hands to do this with. I'm gonna try to get some of that adhesion tabs. I'm not sure what was there, but there was something there. Nice pan though. It's got good heat dissipation. And I've never had a bad time with MSR, so I'll be back momentarily. Alright, I just put a bit of olive oil in there. Get rid of the majority of that sticky substance. And this will definitely get rid of the rest. I'm going to slosh some olive oil around there first. And I want to get it just to where it's starting to smoke a little bit. I'll pour a little bit of this out. It does not take a lot to season the pan up, so. Stainless steel is a little bit sticky from any avenue you look at it, so just a little bit in there. Got the Pocket Rocket 2 going. Now I'm just gonna wait until it starts to smoke a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. It's already starting to smoke. I think I'll have to put you down for a minute and wipe this out. All you do is wipe it out real good and let it cool off. I'll be back in a minute. It's starting to smoke a lot now. Alright, just did the first coating on it. The slower you can season something, the better off it is. I let it go a little bit too long, but it'll eventually get, nice and brown to the bottom there. That's going to tell me that it's good and seasoned. These pans are notorious for sticking, but the MSR isn't quite as bad as the rest. But it's always a good idea to season your pan up before you start cooking in it for the first time. Not making any eggs. I'll be making bacon later on, probably tomorrow morning, but I just wanted to make sure this was good and ready to go. The bottom isn't discolored yet. But I'll let that cool and I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, I'm back, and while I was waiting for that to cool, I went ahead and hung my food up just to keep it off the ground for now. I just put it in a half hitch over here, slung a rock over this, and I had a carabiner in my backpack I just connected them all to. And at night I can bring it up higher, but it's a pretty major raccoon problem out here, so more than likely it'd be a good thing to hang the food and water. And I'll be got 2 more coats to season on this, and it should be good to go. So I'll be back. Actually, let me go ahead and I got everything. I'm not covering up the camera here. Just taking off the cap, the olive oil. That should be plenty. Now let me go ahead and piece of crap in there already. Heat up for a minute. Grab some more napkins. And there might be some people squawking about why aren't I using a food bag. I've got other steel nylon bags I could use, but it's what I got. I don't expect to bring all this weight back with me, so it's going to be in one smaller, much lighter plastic bag. But let's go ahead and swirl this around some. Nice and coated. I've got the heat on pretty damn low, so I don't want to burn it. The brownness on there is fine, but I don't want to start turning things black. And it's on a fairly level surface. Just gonna wait for that to smoke a little bit. Starting to smoke now. And olive oil doesn't have a super high flash point, so it's always best to use something with like a lard or anything. Any heavy oils really do make a big difference with seasoning a pan. It lasts a lot longer, much more durable. You don't wash it out. I mean, with seasoning a pan, especially cast iron, you don't ever really wash out a cast iron pan with soap and water. So kind of the same principle with stainless, but just kind of slowly baking in that oil. And it does take, it takes a while. Probably take you a good hour total to, especially cast iron, to season up a pan right. I'm only doing 3 coats with this one. That's good enough for now. I'm not gonna burn it on there. Good enough. All right, so I'll wipe this down and I will get back with you in a few more minutes. Round number 3. That should be way more than enough. Slosh that around and do the exact same thing. Warm that up a little bit. And there we have it. Completely, should be a relatively non-stick surface now. I'm sure it's better than not seasoning it at all. And I'm sure the bacon that I fry up tomorrow morning will be, we'll add to that non-stick as well. So, I mean, I will wash this. I will treat this, clean it out, make sure it's clean for myself to use, but definitely seasoning it makes all the difference in the world. A little bit. I'm going to be laying out my ground tarp and setting up my tent here for the night. And I get to go collect some firewood. So I will hang this up and I'll get back to you shortly. All right, I kind of rigged up the camera to prop it in between 2 tree branches. I'm hoping that's gonna be good enough to be in frame. It looks good. Right here, I'm gonna place my tent. And I did bring the wrong ground cover. This is for a Nemo. It's for a Hornet 2-person tent, which they both come in the same stuff sack. It should still work though, just fine. They're both about the same size tent. This is just a little bit bigger. I cleaned up the ground the best I could. I didn't see any sticky pokies out anywhere, so we should be good to go. Hopefully the wind will work with me today. I won't stake this out yet. This is a Big Agnes Fly Creek UV1, which it does work on a single pole system. It can be cumbersome in small areas. Well, that's Took the, it's just a single pole that it uses. The door on this is in the front. It's only a front access. One person tent. All you have to do, so it's up to you to install the front or the back. I'll do the front today. A little circular clip here that is affixed to the pole itself. You snap on. And all the rest is clip on. The back two I'll stake out. I will be putting on the fly. Looks like we have a major malfunction here, eh? All right, I'm gonna stop this for a minute. I'll be right back. And it's not the best angle in the world, but that's just straight on view. Once I get the stakes in and you watch me put on the rain fly, I get a better idea of what it looks like when I walk you around it. And I think we're gonna use just the included stakes that come with it. I did bring some MSR groundhogs, which are excellent stakes. Really wasn't sure what kind of ground to expect here. But the MSR stakes that are included, they're DAC stakes. Relatively heavy duty for what this ground is, but that's what we're going to use today. And they give you plenty of steaks, so you shouldn't worry about losing or breaking them, because you will have replacements. I got a whole handful here. Put these back in the regular sack. And they give you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 steaks. Ground is super soft, so before I take you off that tree and have to reset you back up, let me get out the ground, the tarp, and we'll figure out what's going on with that. Rainfly is super good quality. I believe the whole tent packed up weighs 1.1 pounds. Actually, it's actually I think it's 1 pound, 8 ounces. With everything, bag included. I've got these color-coded clips that the red maroon ones go towards the front, and I believe the yellow ones go towards the back. It makes identifying it very easy, especially in bad weather, and you want to get your rainfly on quick. There's 2 clips on the inside. There's plenty of the Fly Creek, Big Agnes Fly Creek 1 HV tent setup videos online. There's 2. The difference that makes why this is called the high volume is because it actually expands the inside as you attach the. There's 2 clips on both sides that pull out the inside to make it bigger. That's what I'm doing now. Got a couple of things to fumble around with here. It's not one of the guy lines I need to get out. of tight quarters over here, but this last guy line should go in pretty easily. So I like this tent so much because you can put it up just about anywhere. Just have to guy out or stake out the vestibule, and you should be good. All right, I think we can safely say that it's set up. I didn't attach all the guy lines because it's not going to be bad weather, but I think there's 4 more available that I could actually tie down. And let me check how many stakes I have left. I only find 3 stakes right now, but I'm sure there's one around here somewhere. Maybe still in the bag. Give you a walk around of it. A side view. And I'll show you what I mean when I was talking about attaching the fly, how it pops out the inside a little bit to make it bigger. I had the original version of this which was fine, which, you know, for one person. But Big Agnes figured out how to maximize the interior storage a bit more. Very good fly coverage, very good ventilation. Fairly taut. I can make it, you know, tight as I wanted it, but there's no point. I'm just worried about condensation on the inside tonight. I'm gonna try to detach you from this little thing I have. There we go. Show what it looks like on the inside. What I should do, here's the vestibule open. I want to get something on the ground there so I can kneel there. That's the only thing I don't like about the tent is the front entrance does make it a bit cumbersome to get in and out of. You know, when I'm kneeling, I don't want to get super filthy today. Also, Big Agnes tent also comes with a, in case you break a pole, a splint for it. Let me cut it real quick, and I'll try to find something to do. I'm gonna get my backpack cover off and plop it down in the front there. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I just got my backpack cover to kneel on. And what we're gonna do, you can roll this out of the way if you need to. Open this up. And what this is it basically will pop out the sides a little bit. And once I get my mattress down, my bedding in for the night, it'll squash everything down a bit, but the sides get kind of popped out a little bit. Gives you a few extra feet of space in there. It's not huge by any means, but it definitely does the job. And you can use the vestibule in the front to store some of your gear, boots. Probably my bag, a couple of bags that I have will definitely fit up here fine. But let me get my air mattress set up and everything, and I'll show you that. Just give me a few minutes. All right, I've got the interior set up a little bit better. Corral down there and show you what's in there now. Got a Thermarest down pillow. The sleeping bag is a rectangle Kelty Galactic 30-degree bag. I like the rectangles a little bit better. They give you a bit more room. And then the pad I'm using is a Thermarest X-Therm. I think everybody and their dad uses this pad, but it's definitely a extremely good pad. Works wonders with the cold ground. I was almost gonna set up, I have a second sleeping pad, but I think it's only gonna drop down to about 40 degrees tonight, so I should be good to go. I'll be wearing a jacket and just clothes to bed, so nothing special. The one thing about the Thermarest pad is, or the Thermarest pillow, if you notice there's a kind of a cinch cord here. If you can actually uncinch it, I put a sweater in here to kind of fill up the room, because without it, it gets a little bit flat on you. The down pillow works really, really well. It's warm and comfortable at night. And if you ever have any questions, you can always just leave a comment on the video and ask me what's what, and I'll certainly get back to you. For right now, I'm going to zip this bad boy closed because there still are ticks in the area. And I don't want any creepy crawlies in my tent. So I'll give you a little bit, and I'll get back to you shortly after I get everything ready for I'm not sure if I'm going to make a fire or not tonight out here. Might be a little risky, but I'll tell you when I get there. Talk to you soon. Hello, and just want to let you know that I'm preparing to cutting down some trees to make a fire. I didn't bring an axe. All I brought was my 15-inch fence saw, which is more than adequate out here. And as I was just cutting down some dead branches out in the distance, there's a helicopter taking off. That's how close I am to a helipad. A couple minutes before that, an Amtrak train just went flying by me. I was in the middle of cutting down a tree. I couldn't pick up my camera quick enough. It's only 4:30, but it is getting dark out. And I probably won't light this until it's completely dark out, or close to it at least. Because we still got traffic not too far away from here. There's where I showed you earlier, that park, there's still people around that park. And I was actually waiting for this helicopter because the last time it flew directly almost over my head, and I'm glad I didn't have a fire going that time, but it sounds like he's spinning up to take off. Sounds like he's about airborne. You can hear the blades, the change of the pitch of the blades. And I'm pretty sure he just took off west from me, so he took off that way. Maybe when he comes back, he'll round out this way and come back down in. But there's a helipad about a quarter mile away, something like that. But once I get enough firewood, I'll show you what I have, and I'll get back to you. All right, I just got a little bit of wood cut up here. I'm not going to be starting the fire for hours and hours, just probably for an hour or two. So I got quite a bit cut out there. Got some smalls and some mediums and some mediums. I do want to give props to the gloves I'm wearing now. These are called Hestra gloves. They're made by Hestra. The name of the glove itself is the Wakayama. They are wool lined. There's a excuse my camera work. There's a tether for your wrist that connects to the glove. Extremely well made. It's not cold out here at all, but nice to have a good solid leather glove. Once again, those are the Hestra Wakayamas. And since it is getting dark out, my headlamp of choice for tonight will be the Black Diamond Storm. Extremely powerful. It's got multi-color LEDs in it. I like it a lot. But I'm just going to chill out, and right about here's, I'll get this in frame here for you. You're having a little fire right there, nothing big. I'll probably even be able to feel it all that much, but just something to keep me occupied for a while. I was gonna walk around this property some, but honestly, the less noise I make back here, the better. The less I'm noticed, the better too. So I will catch you when I'm got the fire running. I'm thinking about using that stove right there and making a I think it's something to eat too, but I'm not really sure yet. But I'll catch you in the fly. Talk to you soon. Just wanted to tell you it's getting a little bit cooler out here. Brought a couple of base layers, small in a little jacket here. This jacket is a it's upside down. This is a Arc'teryx Atom AR jacket filled with Primaloft. I am wearing a right now I'm wearing a down Patagonia sweater vest, which is quite warm when you're moving around, but when you start to just chill out for a little bit, this cool air is coming in, so you can see on the tent that the get them in focus. Here we go.
Thanks for spending some of
all the guy lines are reflective.
With us on Michigan Radio,
Contemplating
this is all things considered.
I'll probably make something in about half hour or something like that when I start getting hungry. I haven't eaten nearly as much as I thought I was going to eat. The sun's going down over there. You can actually see my breath. All right. Try to get bundled up a little bit, stay warm, and eventually I'll be burning this wood.
This year, Wall Street is closed in observance of the Christmas holiday. You're listening to NPR News.
My phone's getting a bit low on charge, so what I have here is a Goal Zero 70, I think it's 7600, 7300, something like that. Milliamp battery pack. Built-in LEDs, completely waterproof. It's got a rubberized case, 2 outputs, and a built-in cable for regular micro USB.
They spend an inordinate amount of time in front of a computer instead of with children.
Very lightweight. I think this only weighs about 6.5, 7 ounces. So I'll be charging my phone with that tonight. Got it plugged in now. And I hit a button here. Fully charged right now. My phone is receiving a charge. And hopefully in about an hour or so it should be fully charged. My phone will be. I would imagine I could get about 2.5 charges out of this one battery bank.
In Michigan radio weather for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy with patchy fog.
Got a train coming. All right, it's about 7:15 or so. I'm gonna start this fire up, and some people use all kinds of stuff: ferrocerium rods, birds' nests. Friction fires, but I've a little lazy tonight, so I don't really feel like doing much, so I'm going to be using a little bit of hand sanitizer. Extremely good fire starter. I highly recommend it if that's all you have. Well, I got it started. It's a bit big right now. Just trying to build up a nice coal bed to Got some greener wood over here in the corner. I'm going to burn a little bit. It's actually pretty warm. Try to keep the sparks down some. Well, I'm just going to sit here and relax for a bit. I'm really not that hungry, so I sit here and just chill out and watch the fire and listen to the radio for a while. Extremely relaxing out here. That train just stopped, and a bunch of people just got out. And I was hoping like hell they weren't gonna try to find the smokestack I got going on. But they may have alerted somebody else to me. We'll find out. I was trying to block this. It started to go out a little bit, so I put some more wood on it, and as soon as they were starting to drive by, it took off crazy, so I was really hoping they wouldn't see it from that distance. Well, so far so good. I'll let this fire die down a little bit. Hopefully they won't be coming, any cops be rolling down these tracks. I've seen it done before, so who knows. Well, I'm winding down the evening, so gonna go ahead and indulge in one of these. 5.2% alcohol, 24 ounce. Very malty. I'll enjoy it. I'll be turning in here in about an hour or so, I'm going to get an early start. I need to wait for this fire to die down some. That's about the last bit of wood I'm going to put on it for a while. Well, for the rest of the night, I should say. More than likely, I'll be hitting the hay pretty early. I'm going to be up there about 6:30. It'll still be dark here, but I'm going to pack this thing up and get back in. Well, it's 6:45 right now. I'm just getting ready I'm packing up right now. Tent's all packed up. I have to get home, so it's going to be a long walk out of here. Everything's going to be cleaned up, and if you like this type of video, just leave a comment, and I will do something a little bit more extreme next time. Unfortunately, I have things to do today, so I've got to get out of here.